Tub's enormous. You did say he's a beast, right? This map was made for us by the Fantasy Map Shop. He's a really great guy named Edwin Menzo. So if anyone's looking for a good fantasy map, Edwin's a guy to hit up. He's making fantasy maps so that he can travel around the country or around the world in a van with his girlfriend. And he's going to still make maps while he does it. So
wonderful.
And he makes real great maps.
I don't know why, but Tub wants to be Tubby right now. I can't desize it.
It's all right, Tubbs. You can stick with me.
I can desize it for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know why. It just randomly wanted to do.
Yeah, I think
because this map doesn't have a grid on it. The grid itself is built onto the map and not onto the Roll20 map. So it's displaying your tokens as the normal size they are as images, instead of snapping them to a token size. So you guys have landed, and
you all fell overboard.
You all fall overboard, immediately drown. What would you guys like to do?
Swim to shore.
Well, I would suggest our fighters take the lead, form a front, march down the docks, and we shall follow up behind them. It doesn't look like anyone is here, but perhaps we should start checking door to door.
We're looking for Shafan. Is his name?
Yeah, Shafan. And if we cannot find him, then I think we're looking for the log of the village.
Right.
Then locate the trade logbook.
And then give it to Vesh. Wait, did Vesh say to do anything?
Vesh kind of looks and he goes, this does not look good. I don't see anyone. If you can find out what happened, let me know. I hope Shafan is not dead, but none of the buildings look destroyed. If you can find the logbook, that is what we need here. If you cannot find Shafan.
Very well, then.
If you guys want to go on a house-to-house search, I would like to go into the center of town and announce my presence.
Okay. 2 of the buildings look bigger as they do on the map. This building and this building look noticeably larger than the rest of the huts.
Oh yeah, Cavault. Could I ask a question?
Oh, yes.
Which one is the trade house? The one all the way out in the back, or the one closer?
Well, there's not much of a trade house per se, but the closest thing might be that community hut right there. That big one there is the community hut. The one in the back, that's Shafan's hut. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you for the information.
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck out there. It looks abandoned. Oh, I hope they're all okay.
We'll see you soon.
Oh, okay. Bye.
All right. It's no good that Ares running off into the center of town, but we should proceed immediately.
I mean, the sword drawn, shield drawn, by the way.
Yeah, first the community house. The lawn is stepping off the boat, and he'll take a back line to anyone else moving forward.
Okay. Are you guys all going to... so, Ari, you're going to the very center of the village.
Right, with the intention to start shouting.
Yeah, do it. You guys all hear. What are you shouting, Ari?
What's the name of the company again? Sorry, for some reason I've forgotten.
No worries. The Jade Lion Trading Company.
Is anybody here? I represent the Jade Lion Trading Company. If you are here, let me know.
There's no answer. It just kind of echoes into the jungle as you yell and shout. There's kind of you scare up some of those parrots you saw earlier, and they take to flight.
So it looks like Kira and Thalan are heading forward into the first building here, I think.
Would have been a perfect moment for the parrots, by the way, to have said anything.
Right?
Jade Lion.
Attack.
Attack. Murder.
Not the face.
Oh,
not the face.
Not the kids. Spare me.
Loot and riot. Loot and pillage.
The most meta-aware parrots in this jungle.
So we splitting up and checking out all the huts or what?
Well, we can head to the community house first, and then to Chiffon's personal home next.
Okay.
And just proceed down. Ari, if you're down in the center of town there, we'll be in this building, and then proceeding to the next.
In the background
Okay.
of any scene that you guys are doing, you probably just keep hearing me shout. I'm not giving it up.
All right. So if you guys want to move yourselves down here, I just shifted the map. If you want to move your tokens down here, this is where this is the entrance of the hut.
Alright, so
Yeah.
I have my crossbow. I'll go ahead and just sort of hold a corner here. Kira.
So this large central hut is comprised of heavy timbers that rise to nearly 25 feet in height. Wooden planks and thick dried straw close the building off from the outdoor elements. Who would like to
Can
go
we
in?
get the surrounding of it?
Is it dark inside?
Oh yeah, do you want to? Yeah, you want to get?
Can I see anything inside since I got a little light?
Yeah, so this way we know which one's the door, because I think that's the actual
Oh.
just edge of the building, yeah.
That
Oh,
is
okay.
the. Yeah, sorry. The door is right. The door is just an opening right here.
Yeah.
You can see that.
Mhm.
Alright. So I'm stacking up on this side. Actually, I'll stack up here. Connor, why don't you stack up on this corner? Kira, you stack on the opposite side of the door, and then you two can go in together, and I'll be directly behind you.
Okay.
Never know
Can I
who's
s-
in there.
Can I see inside?
Yeah, are you going in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Yep.
I'm gonna
So
draw my short sword too, but
All right. So you open the door and step inside, pushing open the small thatched door. Inside, the large open space is dominated by heavy webs that cover the ceiling and large portions of the floor. Dried animal husks hang from several strands of webbing, and in the center are the bones of 3 human corpses, one of which has a large, heavy bag hanging from his skeletal frames. So if you look closely, you can see the 3 skeletons sitting in the center of the room.
is there anything on the ceiling?
Make an observation check.
Good call.
Nice. Well,
You're going to have to step into this room to make an observation check, however.
Aren't I in the room already?
Oh, you are, but for Kara and Tubbs, so you guys are all entering Falon, are you?
No, I'm going to hold at the door.
All right.
Wait.
And so you guys enter and you look around and you kind of peer. There's light entering through the. There's enough light to see in this room, like piercing through the thatching and the straw, but it kind of gives you an eerie vibe as you see dust motes floating in the air. But you don't see anything unusual. You don't see any creatures or traps or monsters or anything like that.
do we hear anything? I know that's kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Done.
Roll a listening check. Trade Line Trading Company, we're here. Come out, Chiffon. You hear
I'm
Ari yelling,
here!
we're here.
Chiffon, where are you?
Hello, hello. But aside from that, you don't hear anything else.
I appear to be alone.
Hey, Dylan,
Yes.
have I heard you speak Dwarven already, or no?
Yes, I've obviously attempted it at some point. I
Okay.
think actually last session even.
You said there's the bag hanging in the center.
Yeah, from one of the skeletal frames, there's a backpack.
Let's take that and get out of here.
Yeah.
We should honor the dead, not steal from them.
Well, they're just laying there, right? They're not. And there's a bunch of husks around, so it looks like it's been used for something. But yeah, we can grab the backpack and.
All right. The backpack is right here.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go over and grab it.
Oh, okay.
Or
Sure.
go ahead, you
Either
can,
way.
and you want to do it? You got.
Yeah. I want to get the bag and I want to get the hell out of here.
All right.
I'm immediately walking out.
So Tub leaves. Kara, you go over to the center, and as you do, you're leaning down to go pick up the bag, and you see some movement to the right, and it almost looks like the ground itself lifts up as a huge spider leaps
damn.
out and attacks you.
Fuck.
As it leaps out from hiding. Oh, that was the wrong layer.
Wrong spider.
Wrong spider. As a huge spider leaps out. Everyone roll initiative.
I think it's fair to say we were probably anticipating this.
Yep. So everyone roll a d10 for initiative. So the difficulty to notice these creatures was a difficult check. So you had to roll under your observation. And you guys rolled a 40 and you needed a 38. You rolled a 24 and you needed a 19. It was just so close.
All right.
But you just didn't notice this small opening that this trapdoor spider was hiding in.
If
And we haven't
anyone's
even
out
opened
there,
yet.
come out. It's safe.
Right.
The spider is
I forgot to
over.
click my token, so I'm going to modify mine back.
We're
no worries.
here now.
There we go.
I like how we all thought the spider was above us, not below us,
Yeah.
Nobody expects the trapdoor
Tricky,
spider.
tricky.
right? Why do you eight-legged freaks? Oh gosh.
Goes on 0 here.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
-3,
it goes.
he's going backwards in time.
It goes on 1 because it starts the combat with this attack.
Mhm.
Luckily,
Alright.
I have my stuff out, so hopefully I can defend.
Yep. You're still surprised. So you roll a d8 as this one attacks you.
Okay.
Let me hit next so it pops this guy up. Psst, work. Next.
There we go.
All right. Oh, there we go. Now it attacks. It leaps out. This is a huge spider, and when I say huge, it's about. Let me find the details. This spider is about
27 miles tall.
27 miles tall. No, it is
300 feet.
over 300 feet long.
That's not even counting its hat.
It's
Or it's
bigger than
cane.
Tub.
This spider is about probably somewhere in the range of 30 to 40 pounds. It is considered a small creature. And how much do you weigh, Connor?
60 pounds.
Yeah, so it's almost the size of Connor. As it leaps up and attacks you. It does 3 points of damage. However, you need to make a poison save versus a 27.
How do I make a poison save?
So you roll a d20 and add your constitution.
The like
The
modifier
number, so
or
yeah,
the
you're-
natural?
The natural number. So your constitution is a 13. So it's a d20 plus 13. Oof.
Oh,
So close, but just not enough. Let's see. So on a failed save, you have a -3 to attack, defense, and damage for the next 6 hours.
okay.
And because it only did 3 points of damage, right? So you're probably only going to have a 1 point.
Yeah.
But that is what it does on second one. So you're going to actually be able to lower your initiative down to 3 because you're painfully aware that this spider is now here. Let's see. The turn tracker is now being slow again. Manually look up what this spider's speed is. All right. Oh, it just doesn't think it's my turn. That's why. All right, but it is now. Your guys, it is now at second
Hey,
2.
Kara.
Or Kara, yeah, you moved down to second 3. So it is now Kara's turn. You're now aware of this spider that's leaped out and started biting you.
Yeah. Can you remind me how the aggressive attack works?
So an aggressive attack will give you +5 to hit.
Okay.
However, you'll get -2 to any defenses you do, the first defense you make next. if that makes sense. So you'll attack with a +5, but your defense has a -2.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it to counterattack the poison slowing me down.
No worries. So essentially, you'll have a +2 to this because of your -3.
Yeah.
All right. It defends against you. You hit.
Yay.
Then roll damage. And so because of the poison, this damage will be 3 less.
Okay.
So 12 points of damage. Nice.
So 9, I guess.
So you'll be 9 points of damage. That definitely hurts this creature. You hack into its hide, and it screeches and chitters, but it is still here to fight and still going after you.
Okay. I also screech in like a very terribly girly way.
No worries. So that will lower everyone's initiative too. And I'm gonna have Ari make a listening check.
Somebody there? I thought I heard you.
Was that someone? Hello?
Listening.
So you
Right, and I'm gonna try to make the attack again.
Damn
I'll
you,
delay
parrots.
at speed.
So yeah, it must have been the parrots were chirping back, and so you didn't hear it. Maybe it's just because she's in this hut, but she doesn't, or maybe she's just not loud enough, or it's too high of a pitch, and you've been to too many hard jazz concerts, hard string instruments, so it's you've lost that tone, but you're quite unaware that she's being attacked at the moment. Maybe if someone who was outside the hut started making noise, then that might be easier. But at this point,
Yeah, my damn sister
So I have
plays
a
her music
question.
too loud.
Since she screamed and there's a -2 to initiative, do I get that too?
yeah, everyone in this area. So to a minimum of initiative 4. So Tub gets dropped down to initiative 4. Thalon down by 2. Yeah, the spiders, of course, aren't affected by this. The spider isn't, so because
Okay.
he's in combat. But second 4, Tub, you hear this scream from inside the house.
Peek.
Yeah, maybe you peek around the corner and you look and you see Kara and this huge spider attacking her. And like maybe it's jumped on her chest and she's slashing at it.
Oh, I don't want anybody's bodies when I have to help.
Now during Tub's second, can I move, or I can't move until it's my turn, my
Yeah.
second, right?
Yeah, until your initiative first comes up, you're not
Got it.
able to move. Because
Okay.
what this represents that you're maybe you're looking around, maybe you're investigating one of the other bodies, you're just doing something not not combat related.
Got it.
So Tubbs, you're gonna have to first go through the door though. Lawn is standing because that's through the wall. So
Where's the door?
the door is right here in front of
Where I'm
Falon.
standing.
Yeah, where he's standing.
I'm covering with my crossbow, and you can just move past me.
Yeah, so you can just
Oh, yeah.
move past him into the opening here, but you won't be there yet. Yeah, right?
That's fine. I didn't know where the door was. Sorry. You
No
told
worries. It's difficult. It's a little tough to see. There's cobwebs there, and sure enough, as you run through it, you get one. Somehow, Kara or Connor didn't hit it, and you get hit in the face by a cobweb, and splutter a little bit. But then hit done.
Okay. Can I go to this corner, please?
Yeah,
Would that
sure. You
be-
can move there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
On second 4, what also happens is another spider drops from the ceiling. This one drops down and lands on Connor's head and
Nice.
attacks you, Connor. So Connor,
him,
you're
boy.
also unaware. So hopefully it doesn't skewer itself on your hat.
Right.
So you're going to roll a d8 for your defense here as well. And this one gets a 9.
1D. I just roll a 1d8 straight, right?
Yep.
And I get a 1. Natural 1.
So there is a chance. So that'll be a -1 to attack and defense for the rest of the combat. As you trip up or you get a little scared. And And on even, I'm going to say this spider is going to get another attack against you. Nope.
Okay.
So it bites you for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Of course, you don't have any armor, so that just becomes a 1 point wound. And now you have to make a poison save versus a 22.
Oh, I know how to do this.
And you got poison resistance when you last leveled up, so you're going to add an additional 1.
So it's a 1d20 plus 11. So it's plus 10 from my constitution and then plus 1.
Yep. These poison saves have been another.
Oh no, are you dead?
You rolled a natural 1.
Oh gosh, our enemy is literally just Connor getting poisoned.
I'm the only one doing anything, for crying out loud.
Let's see if this does anything. Nope. This spider's smaller, so there's no effect on a natural 1.
Jesus.
However, you are going to have a -1 to attack, defense, and damage for the next 4 hours.
So now that's -2, right? Because
Yeah, so
I already had a -1. Okay.
For the fumble, but not for damage.
Okay.
But not for damage. So
just that other spider's bite would have killed you on a natural 1. I was like, oh god, not Connor.
Yeah. Okay.
-1.
Keeping a sheet to keep track of it there, I see.
Yep, just making sure. So I
feel you. There's a lot going on.
So -2 attack and defense, right?
Yep.
All right.
Anybody at all?
Damn.
So then
Why did you just die, Connor? Now I have to worry about hitting you when I hit the spider.
Oh, yeah. Now I need to add this big old spider on initiative 4. And now it already made its attack, but it's now on the initiative track. And next up, we got Tub on 5. What would you like to do, Tub?
Can I attack that spider where I'm at now? Do I have to move?
You'll have to move. Yeah, you'll have to move closer to it because it's essentially sharing the square. Or well, actually, no. Since you're right there, you can't attack. It's essentially sharing the square with Connor. It's small enough that it's kind of like jumped on him and it's like biting him in the neck.
I'm gonna try to do a stabby stab on it then.
Do what you can. Do what you can.
Let's hope I hit the spider and not him.
That's true. It's always a danger. I got a 10 for my defense. You hit. Let's see if you can kill a spider. That is enough to kill a spider.
Well done.
So this spider has jumped onto Connor's back and bites him, and Tub stabs it and skewers it clean through.
That was close.
And it's dead.
After that, move if able to.
Yep, you can move a square.
There we go.
Yep, and so then you'll have to, because there's no one within reach, you can reorient yourself, and so basically delay yourself 2 seconds.
Sure, so my 5 go down to a 3, correct?
So you'll go up to a 7.
Okay.
All right. Also on second 5, another spider drops down from the ceiling. This one, however, is also on Kara.
Oh boy.
So Kara, but now you're aware, so you can roll your full defense against this one. As this one goes to
you
attack.
even get a counterattack, don't you?
You might even get a counter if you get a roll high enough. Fortunately, that's not high enough. And it bites you. This one only does 1 damage.
Okay.
And you have a DR of 2, correct?
Yeah.
So the way this works is it still does poison to you. However, you have a +1 to your poison save because your DR saved for 2 and you only took 1 point of damage.
Okay.
So you'll add an additional 1.
It's a D20 plus.
Might even make it just on base bonus.
Yeah, you might even just make it on base bonus. You rolled a 1.
But plus
Wait.
14 couldn't possibly fail any
Yeah.
other way.
Yeah, but that's the only way you could have failed. So you do take your the poison effect, which is an additional -1 attack, defense, and damage for the next 4 hours.
All right.
But this isn't a death for you. It is now Thalon on second 6.
All right, so I have a crossbow. Let's talk about targets and shooting things. So if I want to shoot the big one over here,
Mm-hmm.
how will this go? It is not moving. That's probably a D12 to defend.
Yep. So when you're in combat, it is counted as a D. It's always counted as a D20. A D12 is if they're helpless, like their threshold of pain, or if they're unaware of you. You're just considered to be in combat as moving. So it'll roll a flat D12
well, if it's
with
a
no
stationary
defense bonuses.
where I'm looking at defense. That's all.
Yeah. It considers when you're in combat as non-stationary, which is going to help you guys as well. The one thing you're going to be considered is if you do miss there. So with your shot there, it's looking like you're. It doesn't look like you're going to be clipping Kara or like you're just barely clipping Kara or Connor. So I'm not going to say they're in the way. But if you do miss, there is a chance that you can miss and hit one of them. So.
Right. So if they get like a full defense on this, it's going to be very difficult to make a shot.
It's just a flat D20. No, not full defense. Just flat D20.
Okay, so I'm also rolling a flat D20. I was mostly banking on them rolling the D12, so it's going to be pure chance. The question is, do I take pure chance? I may as well. I have it. It will probably slaughter it. Let's give it a try. Since there's no way to adjust it on the sheet, this is at -2 from this, so that it is flat.
Okay.
I'll just roll a plain D20. How about that? That sounds
works.
better. 15.
I got an 18.
Oh.
Well, time to start reloading.
So the way this works is you are aiming on this straight arrow here. So now even is going to be to the right and odd is going to be the left. So I want you to roll, any dice will suffice.
Let's do a D4.
All right. So you missed to the left. And so now we'll see how badly. So roll a D12. Penetrating.
It's 1 anyway.
So 1. So you missed 1 foot off. So you're just a foot off here. The way this works is basically anyone in this line, within 5 feet of this line, has to now roll to see if they get hit by this.
I was hoping it was his left, not our left.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So I was just doing the left from looking at your roll 20. That's the way I typically do it. So now Kara has to roll to defend against this. So she rolls exactly the same, but this big spider is also within 5 feet of that line as well. So first Kara's going to roll, and then if it misses Kara, it could hit this big spider here.
It could hit him anyway, which is hilarious.
What am I rolling exactly? Sorry.
So you're going to roll a D20. And do you have any bonuses against ranged attacks? Do you have the skill dodge?
No, I was thinking about picking that up, but I don't have it now.
So in this case, it's just a flat D20.
Okay.
So Thalon, you do hit. That's the good news.
This is not good news.
Now, you do have luck.
That is true.
Oh, yeah. How do I use that?
So if you say something lucky happens, then you could spend a number of luck, and all you have to get is a 15. So you'd have to spend 8 luck, and this heavy crossbow bolt would not hit you. But you have to tell me what was lucky enough that made this crossbow bolt miss.
It's 8. Does anybody have an idea of roughly how much damage a crossbow bolt does? Like
2d10 penetrating -2.
Ouch.
You don't want to take it.
Yeah, I'll spend the
You
luck.
want to be lucky.
How much
so
luck
what
do you get?
happened is, I don't know. I guess I'm so freaked out by the spiders that I'm like jumping around like an idiot, trying to
Literally
get 'em off
jump into the air and it goes under your boots.
Is that what you want to have happen?
I don't know. Does that work? Does that satisfy the requirement?
Yeah, so you're jumping around, lucky enough, and the crossbow, like you just managed to you're getting scared by all these spiders, and you jump at like imaginary things, and it puts you on an erratic enough path that the crossbow bolt misses.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that works. So then that would be 8 luck.
Okay.
Yeah. Other things that could have worked here is, there's all these cobwebs, and maybe it shoots through too thick of a cobweb and it gets stuck in one. Or maybe there's another spider in this room and it's falling. It just like there's a husk of an animal and it loosens from all the combat, and a husk falls in the way and gets smacked by this crossbow bolt.
Now, I do believe you said that once she defends off of it, it has a chance to hit it again, doesn't it?
That's true. So it doesn't have a chance to hit this huge spider anymore because you missed this one. But this other spider here has a chance of it hitting.
Wonderful.
And in terms of the luck question, she gets luck every time she levels up, and her luck completely refreshes. So right now she started at 22 luck, and she can use it all. And then by the time she gets to 3rd level, she'll now have 23 luck.
Oh, I was actually asking how many luck points she had. Yeah, because I didn't know how much of a wager 8 luck points was. Like, if she only had 10, I'd be like, oh, that's major.
Kind of substantial, but it's really worth it here.
8's a decent amount. So
yeah, I had 22.
Sorry to do that to you, but it was worth it.
So let's see if this big spider can get lucky.
Well, the small one.
Oh yeah, the small spider. Well, this is spider big, and this is spider huge spider, big spider.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. All right, so it's probably going to get splattered here.
2d10 minus 2.
Yeah.
There
I hit
is a chance.
And that is an 11.
That spider is gonzo.
Which one?
This one right here.
Thank God.
Splat.
Yeah.
It's like it's a
here.
spider maybe about yay big, and the crossbow bolt is probably the size of the spider itself, and it just punctures through it.
I think it's also safe to say I'm not reloading this for 60 seconds.
Fair enough.
So that would just be a delay for 1 then. Or what?
Yeah, just a delay 1.
Okay, so click done. I'm at 7.
All right.
Or I should be once it goes through. Yeah.
It's now Connor. So Connor, you got attacked by that spider, which made you aware, even though Tub killed it for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I want to move and attack, and also tell Rory to get him, because Rory's with me, but he's not on the screen. But
yeah, let's pull Rory out.
Yeah, pull him out of my pocket.
He's just chilling in your backpack.
Yeah, right. But can I move and attack, or do I have to move then attack? Because I had already had my short sword.
You can move, and then you move into contact with an enemy first.
Got it. So I'm going to move into contact with him, and I guess that's my move.
All right.
And then I hit delay, right? I hit delay.
No. So now you make your attack.
Oh, okay. And you'll have to add the -2, right?
Yeah, we'll just mechanically add it at the end after you roll an attack. So I got a 21, which is a near perfect defense. So you go forward swinging, and maybe you trip on some of these bones laying in the middle of the room, and the spider manages to take advantage. And on the next second, which is second 7, it's going to make an attack against for free. So then, are you going to continue attacking? So then you'll do your speed,
my delay, and then 7.
Falon, you have shot your crossbow. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to go ahead and move up a little bit and pull out my quarterstaff.
All right, so you're stepping around Rory the Badger and getting into the thick of things. Looks like the tracker's taking a little bit of time to catch up with us. So on second 7, which is now this second that you're acting on, so I'll delay you to 8. And on second 7, this spider gets its free attack against Connor.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Gets a 6, But remember, you have your -2 to defense because you had that fumble and you're
Right. So it's
slightly
just
poisoned.
it's a D10.
No, so just roll your normal your normal unhackable short sword defense, but it's going to have a -2. So
Right.
you get a perfect defense, which means on the next second, which is second 8, you're going to get a free attack.
Even with the -2.
Yep, because even with your -2, you still rolled a natural 20, and
Okay.
your number is higher than my attack roll. So
Okay.
your attack goes off. So now we're on second 8, and on second 8, we might as well do your free attack first.
Okay. So should I change my my initiative number?
Nope, this is outside of your initiative and just happens normally.
Okay.
Like this is just a free attack that you get. You manage to counter and parry its attack.
And I still have the -2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
I rolled an attack roll, but it gets a 14 defend against you, and
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
still
you parry and knock aside its fangs and slash at its legs, but it's teetering around. Oh, woohoo! We've caught up. Full on.
All right, so this should be second 8 here, and I'm going to try
Yep.
modifying that in a bit. But I'm going to end up poking it with my staff from all the way over here because it is 8 plus 8 feet.
So if you attack over someone, so at this point you'd be attacking over Connor's shoulder, you will give him a penalty. Just be aware.
Okay. That's fine. I'll go ahead and do it anyway.
All right, so this will give him. So this is considered the phalanx fighting rules, because
Right.
you're fighting from behind him.
And I have that as a talent.
Yeah, so you have it, but he doesn't, and that's what makes you nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm going to make an aggressive attack so that I have +5 to hit.
Okay.
So let's roll it. That comes out to a 9.
And so, because of your attacking from behind, you'll have a -6 attack penalty and a +4 speed penalty.
Okay, so that's going to be like 17 speed. That's going to be fun.
And it gets a defense roll, but it manages to dodge you.
Tough spider.
Unfortunate.
But but you don't have any penalties actually, Connor, because you were a phalanx. So I just looked at it, looked it up. So you do not have a penalty, but it is penalizing him,
Right.
because he's attacking from behind.
Right,
Where's
now I'm all the way past here.
What's your question?
Where's the badger in the turn order? I don't see
The
him.
badger is right here and has not yet entered the turn order.
Just so I can move him,
Yeah.
And I guess for the sake of knowing, I guess that attack may have had a bonus for there being 2 people around it already, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, it would have rolled a d12. My bad.
This might actually hit after all, then.
Yep.
Well, +5 -6 is going to be a 3.
You got a 7.
Yeah, so still a miss.
Just barely. You're still getting used to attacking over. And it is now. Rory is able to move if you'd like to.
Yeah, so I want to move him right 1 square, right?
Yeah, we'll move him. We'll say he was outside at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's Rory's turn.
Well, he wants to do attack.
All right, he's going to attack. And it defends. It's trying to defend. 3v1. It's just barely more nimble than Rory can. Rory doesn't know how to attack these things. He's a kobold hunter.
That's right.
Not a spider slayer. All right, so then you'll delay him by his.
I just hit delay, right?
Yeah, you'll hit the
Or do I hit
melee
M
delay?
Yeah,
the melee delay that I made for you.
got it.
All right.
I hit that.
All right. It is now. I think it's just moving slowly.
Looks like it's Tub.
It should be Tub now.
It is moving slow.
Just gonna move one. I'm guessing I can attack it from here, correct? Because it's on the other side.
Yeah, you won't be able to attack from there. You have to move around here. On
Okay.
second, so you're moving up there.
Yeah.
On second 8 as well, another spider drops down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of you now. And it drops down on, let's see, it drops down on Tub. So this one's dropping down from the ceiling and attacking you. Gah! You're rolling your full defense, as you are aware, but this guy gets a free attack as it engages. And it gets whatever that is. I had one of those errors where, like, when I moused over, one of the dice rolls never disappeared. So I got a 5 against you. So I need a defense roll from you there, Tub.
Dagger, one defending, correct?
If that's what you want to fight against it.
I just don't see one that has a double defense. That's why I was curious.
Yeah, so there's either one of them defending or they're both attacking. So,
Okay.
yeah. Because you're always attacking with at least one of your daggers.
Right, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you tied. So ties go to defender. So sure enough, you managed to just barely fend off this spider from attacking you.
Whew.
Let's see, let me add this spider to the initiative order. So it goes on second 8. And then it's going to delay. All right, so now up, it says we should be on second 9. So, and then you moved up. So now it's second 10. You're able to act, Tub, if you'd like.
Of course I'm gonna stab that spider. No, you don't attack.
All right, do what you can. Do what you can. It manages to defend. This one saw its friends get slaughtered by your attacks, and so it knows how to bob and weave. It is now. So then you're going to end up delaying your weapon speed from second 10, so you'll be on second 16. So now we are going to be on the spider's turn. So this spider, turn order's back. This spider, it's still got it's got a few enemies to choose from now. It's taken a few bites out of Kara. It's going to now attack. It's going to now attack Connor. You know, it's bitten you a few times, Kara, and it's hoping it'll let its poison work its way through you while it tries to weaken its other enemies. So it attacks you, Connor.
Okay.
So I got a 9. Remember, you're going to have a -2 to your defense. Just barely. And with an 11, you're able to just scamper out of the way as the spider leaps at you.
Ha! Take that.
You're good. And it is now second 11, second 12, and we're back to Kara.
Cool. I'm gonna try to stab this guy.
All right. Oh,
Oh god.
a 6. So that's in total a 2 with
yeah.
your -4.
Nope.
And so it's not enough. You're just feeling weak, a little woozy. Maybe you're staggering to the side, but no cigar.
Okay.
All right. And you're going to delay.
I did it. I think it's just slow. I'll
All
just
right.
add it manually.
No worries. It is now second 13, so now we're on to Connor.
I'm gonna slash at it, the big one.
All right. That is a potential critical.
I got -2 too.
You got -2. And so with a critical, you penetrate to a D6. So I'll just roll that D6 for you.
Okay.
So which adds 3 to it. So you got a 27 and you subtract 2. So you hit with a 25 total.
Okay.
With your -2. Roll damage.
And I think my damage is what -2, right? 2, right?
Yep,
Or
your damage is
-1.
-2. So,
Is it -2?
oh yeah, just
Okay.
-1. That was the one that just had a minus.
That's right.
So,
yeah, so it's 9.
So
Yeah.
it's 9 points of damage. So your total threshold is a 21. Now this isn't a humanoid creature, so we don't get any of the fun criticals. But it's going to be fun enough that you are going to get an additional. I think you're going to get an initial 2 damage dice. So if you don't mind rolling another 2d6 for me, penetrating.
Nice.
So 6 more damage. So it's a total 13 points of damage goes through it,
Okay.
through its damage reduction. And it is very hurt. What do you want that critical to have done?
Cut off some legs.
All right, so you hack in, and maybe it's just a little bit too slow, or as it jumps on you, it tried to bite its head out, but you have your sword under it, and so you hack off some of its legs, and it chitters and chitters angrily. It's still alive, but very hurt.
Awesome.
All right, at this point, you can roll another listening check.
Well, I didn't think I could kill it, or would
Yeah, you didn't quite kill it.
Yeah.
But,
Is anybody out there? I've lost everybody.
Ari's picking his nose.
You're yelling around, and maybe Vash is looking towards you, and he's like, "What's going on out there?"
You hear some human noises in the distance. Wait, nope, those parrots.
I don't know. I think everything is dead out here.
So we're now on to we're going to be on Tub.
I'm going to move. Oh, no, attack. That's so. They kill the guy, right?
This spider is still alive.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack him, of course.
All right. I got a 17. So he's just too nimble. So then you're going to hit your delay of 6 seconds.
There we go.
And it is going to be Rory's turn. Rory the Badger.
He's gonna attack that big giant one.
All
Yeah, come on,
right.
Rory.
Let's go, Rory. Rory hits. Tearing into him with his claws.
Rory, I love you.
Ooh, 3 damage. Vicious. Vicious. And then he's going to delay with melee delay.
Yeah.
And it is now this big old spider. He's coming after you, Tub. He's got vengeance in his eyes. For my people. He gets an 8. Try and beat an 8. I dare you.
Fine, I'll try.
Or you could lay down and let the spider,
Roll
eat
natural
you.
1 or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see a natural 1. That'll be fun. Well, that sure wasn't a natural 1. Jeez, you're making me look bad. So that misses. The spider, you managed to shimmy out of the way your spider using your daggers to keep it back. And now we are now we're on second 19. And on second 19, it's this spider's turn. He's feeling a little bit cornered, but he's bleeding rather profusely from this loss of limbs. So it's going to go back after you, Connor. It's looking for vengeance.
Awesome.
With a 22.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good at all. And it bites for 4 points of damage and a poison save of a 21. Let's see one of those patented natural ones now. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This is gonna be the worst time.
This is the worst time to roll a 1. No 1. You're safe there. But you are going to suffer the effects of this poison. A -3 attack, defense, and damage for the next 4 hours.
So that's -3 on top of my -2, right?
Yep.
All right.
So right now you got a -5 attack, -5 defense, and -4 damage.
Yep.
And that's his turn.
Now, it's another wound, right?
This is another wound. Yep.
All right.
It is now your turn, Connor.
All right. With my -5 attack, I'm gonna attack it.
Oh, you fumble.
Okay.
Oh, it also fumbles. So you both make spectacular fools of yourselves.
Slipping in all the blood.
You both slip in the blood and kind of like sheepishly give each other like a knowing look and like agree to never speak about it again.
Even the spider feels embarrassed.
Yeah, he looks at the one remaining spider and he's like, God, I hope he doesn't tell all my friends.
Right.
So neither of you suffer the effects of a fumble. You don't hit him. He doesn't get a free attack against you or anything like that. So it's a wash.
Okay.
Wait, there's wasps here now?
Yep, there's wasps.
Oh, no.
No, it's a wash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then do you have is the delay not working for you?
Yeah, it just says delay or done. So do I hit delay?
Yeah, hit delay and then 7.
Right.
Oh, perfect. Kara, you're up.
All right, let's try again to hit this guy.
So with a -5 and a -4 isn't the worst I've seen. One time I ran a group of spiders and we had a character get up to -15.
Wow.
It was rough. He just failed every single save. He couldn't roll. It was rough.
So I just got one other question. With the 4 hit points of damage,
Yeah.
so that's 5 days.
So it's a 4-point wound.
Uh-huh.
It's a separate 4-point wound,
Uh-huh.
and it'll take 3 days to heal.
Okay.
And so after those 3 days, it'll become a 3-point wound, which will take 2 days to heal.
Got it.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. Against you, Kara, it got a 9, and so even with your -4 for being poisoned, you do hit.
Yay.
Even with a -4 damage roll, that is enough to hack the spider in half.
Yes.
So you fall into it and lean into it and you eat and just gut the spider. And the
Yeah.
spider is dead.
Oh, thank God.
That was a tough spider.
Yeah.
However, you're not out of the woods yet. There is one other spider right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, Tubbs got it.
Tubbs got it. Speaking of Tubbs, next up on second 21
Attack.
is going to be Tubbs. Or second 22, I should say. Defense. Where's defense? And it fumbles. You hit.
Nice.
Killing it.
Nice.
One day I'll make a second attack in a combat.
Right.
All right. It's dead. The spiders are all dead. Everything's quiet. It seems quiet now.
Anybody at
Except for-
all?
Except for anyone, please. I'm lost. Help.
I would suppose that would be the extent of them. That was 4 of them, wasn't it?
Okay,
that
I'm
was
grabbing
4.
the backpack. I'm running out of the building. I'm gonna be outside. Right now.
Highly recommended.
So you guys are all outside.
All right, what's in the backpack?
So, Ari, maybe you're
Better.
running around yelling, and you see these guys rush out of that big community house, the community hut.
Oh, real
So
quick,
we can
ammo
move
is
up.
unrecoverable, correct?
It isn't. You can make a observation check. Well, in this case, it's in the
It
creature.
hit its target and did damage, so.
It's in the target, and so let me check.
Go ahead, hang around in that building for a while longer.
I'll double check on that. I think it is actually recoverable.
Okay,
if
you
do a
can
certain
get back
amount
to
of
me at
damage-
any point if you want.
I'll get back to you on that once I look up the exact specifics about it. But I know you can recover it. There's just a chance because you did some like if you do a certain amount of damage, there's a chance it breaks.
I know it wasn't in the player's handbook. I was looking at the side.
Inside the once you get it out, you look inside, and inside this like tattered knapsack is 23 copper pieces, 14 silver pieces, and a copper mug. When you were on your way out, you also saw that grasped in his hands, still in his skeletal hands, was a short sword.
Very interesting.
Everything you were hoping to find in there?
But
Nope.
is someone going to go back and grab that short sword?
Yeah, I will.
All right, so you go back and you grab the short sword.
Mhm.
All right, so we can toss that onto the pile here.
Inscribed on the short sword is the word trade book.
Has
So
everybody seen
tell us
what
about
was in
the
bag?
corpse then.
What do you want to know about the corpse?
It isn't just like skin and bones right now, or what is it?
It
What
looks
condition?
the corpse it's mainly just bones at this point, somewhat wrapped in a little bit of webbing. It looks like they've been devoured. How Connor, when you pick up the short sword and start feeling the heft, it feels good in your hands. It feels it feels better balanced than the short sword you have right now.
Okay. Is there anybody can do like an identify like?
I rolled secretly for you as you picked it up. But when you pick up weapons, what you can do is you guys can do appraisals. So arms and armor appraisals. And I rolled a 7 for you, which was under your skill. And so know this is a +1 short sword.
Sweet.
So it's a professionally made short sword.
And I believe in the system that doesn't mean it's magical, just
Yes.
really good.
Yeah. So it's not magic. It's just well made.
Mastercraft.
Yeah, mastercrafted. Yeah, basically masterwork.
Okay.
The +1 is essentially a +1 to hit and +1 damage.
Okay.
So the corpse here is almost entirely bones. It's been torn to shreds. I want to look for things that look like they are deeper than, say, like spider mandibles.
Okay. You look it over, and it doesn't look like it has any deeper wound in it than that. So it doesn't look like it was attacked by a short sword or weapons. They look like they were killed by spiders.
Very interesting. So that would mean that, well, these spiders are trapdoor spiders. That means that they're defensive. They wait and set a trap. They're not aggressive, are they? This is a monster lore question.
Yep. I'm waiting on you. You don't really know much about trapdoor spiders. In fact, this is the first time you've ever ran into a spider. You're used to small spiders and typical spiders, but spider of this size and ferocity, you're not sure. Maybe this person made the same mistake as you guys did and just wasn't as lucky.
It is possible. Maybe he isn't from this village. Maybe he's actually one of the scouts. Does he have anything sort of identifying, like in his bag or on his person?
Unfortunately not. There's no sort of identification from what's left of his corpse.
Any sort of like clothes he was wearing?
At this point, they're mainly just tatters, but it looked like it was more native garb than someone like an outsider like you. So it looked like he might have just been wearing like a loose skirt or a leather jerkin.
Interesting. And the jerkin's probably like completely lost at this point.
Yeah, it's just tattered.
All right. Oh, is the treasure actually on the treasure sheet? Should probably add that to the treasure sheet. I'm gonna do that right now.
Actually, wait, no, before you do.
Yeah.
I was the one who ran the backpack.
Yeah.
Did I get a chance to look at the contents before other people saw it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have that backpack out.
Yeah. Can I palm 3 of the silver pieces? Or attempt to before anyone sees.
Yeah, make a pickpocket check.
All right.
And if anyone would like to, you can roll an observation check to try to spot it.
Oh God, yeah.
Nope, not the law today. Dead bodies.
If you think your character would not be looking for it, but might passively notice it, then you can roll, and it would just be you have a -40 to your roll. So it looks, and in this case, this is when we have an opposed roll. So Kara got a 122, and so no one is close. Thalon's the closest, so Kara does manage to just palm 3 copper pieces.
Silver, right?
No, you said copper.
No, I totally said silver.
No, you said silver
earlier.
You said
sorry,
no.
23 copper, 14 silver. Yeah.
So there we go. 20 in the party.
It was 23 copper, 14 silver pieces.
Yeah. Hey, it makes it nice and divisible by 5. I'm just helping everybody.
I'm just making sure because you have in the chat as 23 silver and 14 copper. It's the other way around.
Oh, okay. So let me
23
that.
copper, 14 silver pieces.
Bam, there we go. Correct now. So, how are you 3? Heavily wounded, lightly wounded?
I actually got out of there with only 1 wound of 1 point. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, you look barely scratched.
Yeah.
That was an amazing jump you made there, too. I thought you were about to hit the ceiling.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to kill me, yeah.
I'm so small, I'm easy to hit. So, yeah, I got about as much damage as I had last. So I'm going to take a swig of the honey brew.
Okay.
You know the drill, guys. Line up for heals.
Griffin, your arrow, it has been recovered. Your bolt is still there.
Excellent.
It does nothing.
Good old honey brew.
Dennis, you take that swig, or Connor takes a drink of that swig, the honey brew, and you're immediately. I mean, you're a little bit of a lightweight, and you're feeling good. You're feeling real good. You're I'll send you a chat of your modifiers, but you're more than buzzed. You're like, ooh, a single drink is enough. You're enough of a lightweight that you're rather feeling. You're sloshed.
All right.
That honey brew was a great investment, I gotta say.
Yes.
I still got 4 more shots of it here, so.
Yeah, honey brew has been really good so far.
I'm ready to go to sleep.
Well, we could either take a short break here, or we could go collect Airy and proceed to our trade house.
Oh, I assumed I came back upon you already.
Yeah.
There you are.
Connor, you're drunk. Get back to the ship.
Yeah. I think I need some help. I'm full of water.
Exactly.
That's all right. He's a gnome. He can handle his drink until he doesn't.
I think you're being racist in the wrong way.
It looks like he already can't handle his drink.
I just sit down and pet the badger.
Seriously, I don't know what happened.
Right.
I don't know what happened to you guys, but it was clearly a dangerous situation. Do you really want him out here like this?
Precisely. Why don't you go back and tell our friend what's happened and take a short break. Ari will take your spot as we clear the next building.
While he's drunk, Tub, maybe do you mind healing a little bit?
You know what?
Patch him up.
I will
Okay.
escort Connor back to the ship.
You're gonna
I'll
have
try to
pick
do a
me
quick
up.
heal.
You're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have to
do
pick me up.
do a little healing. No, I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
I
So
mean,
you-
it would just
A very wise
So-
argument you posed to me. I'll have to think about to say back to you on our trip back to the ship.
So you managed to heal him. So you had a 1-point wound. That 1-point goes away with that first aid check.
Okay.
And then he has a second one if you'd like to do that one as well.
of course. I can just imagine just like going back and forth with hands trying to get each other off
Like-
of each other.
Like batting away his hands. Stop, Connor.
Exactly.
Stop.
I'm trying to help you, damn it.
So your other wound also goes down one point. So
Okay.
your 4-point wound
Yeah.
becomes a 3.
Uh-huh.
And I believe the quote unquote rogue has injury as well.
Yep.
The one that got
Oh,
poisoned.
yeah, sure.
Would you want to heal as well?
Sure, yeah, if it doesn't cost you any resources or
Oh no, it's what I'm here for. It's my calling,
sweet. Thank you.
Pickpocket him while he's healing you.
right?
So you are going to recover that hit point. Well, so I think you're pretty much tip-top shape at this point.
Yeah.
So from what I'm understanding, Connor's being escorted back to the boat. Vesh kind of greets you. What's going on? Is everything all right?
I'm gonna give Connor a second to see if he says anything.
Who's this?
What? He looks at you, Ari. What's wrong with him?
Okay, a number of things. First, apparently the village is abandoned.
Oh no.
The rest of the party apparently encountered something which heavily intoxicated Connor.
They abandoned the village and left behind their alcohol?
I'm gonna guess that. The rest of them have gone on further to investigate in one of the houses, but at current point it appears as though the village has been abandoned. I believe our next step is to look for the logbook and return it to you.
Connor's sleeping, hold it with his hand on the badger.
All right. We'll keep an eye on him then. Do you need anything, Connor? Water? Or oh well, all right. Shh.
Shh,
So-
the Connor is sleeping.
So while Connor is resting off his lovely little drink, using the badger as a pillow. I wonder if the badger's used to it at this point. He's like, oh God, my alcoholic owner. Where are the rest of you going?
I believe I'm going to suggest, Kara, that we stay here until Ari returns, and then we can proceed.
Yeah.
By the way, what's happened with Connor is I have your thresholds for when you guys get buzzed, sloshed, wasted, and even how much you have to drink to pass out. So that's what happened to him. Is Connor's such a small fellow that one drink skips him past buzzed and makes him rather sloshed.
We should cover sometime who's the lightest and heaviest drinker.
Well, I can tell you who is the lightest drinker already.
Well, I think we already know who's the heaviest drinker as well.
The heaviest drinker, yeah, it might be pretty easy to guess. But then
Rory.
the second heaviest drinker would surprise you.
It's the elf, isn't it?
It's not the elf. It's actually the thief. It goes Tubbs, Kara, Ari, Thalon, and then Connor. And the threshold between Thalon and Ari is very low.
Yeah, I thought
I
I'd
got
be
that
on
7 con, everybody.
Oh, because I have the 8 con. Okay.
Yep.
I thought
Yeah,
I'd be on the lower end.
My character grew up in a bar, like in a tavern, so, I can
There
hold
you
my own.
go.
There you go.
All right. So, Era, you returned to us, right?
Yeah, so when I reconvene, I'm going to ask you what happened.
Spiders is what happened.
Yeah,
I think it wouldn't be
spiders.
unreasonable to assume they moved into the village, and at some point, another group perhaps fell for the same trap that we did.
Why do you say that?
Well, because their dead bodies were inside.
How do you know those aren't the villagers?
Well, they seemed a little bit more heavily armed.
Maybe they were heavily
It
armed
doesn't make
because they
sense
were
to
being
do it so
attacked by
fast.
spiders.
This is true. However, it doesn't make sense to my sense of time and narrative for this.
What are these buildings
Maybe
made
more
of?
and we can discover the full truth.
The buildings are all made of mainly wooden planks, dried straw, and thatching.
Cool. I'm going to go get my pry bar.
All right.
And hacksaw. I might need the hacksaw. I'll grab the hacksaw
Okay.
too. Because I don't plan to walk in a front door. I'm just going to start disassembling walls off of buildings.
Okay.
Well, it's not exactly as if they guard the door.
No, but if I can just expose an entire wall... I mean, extreme step, I'm just going to take a torch and burn the place. But we want a logbook, so I'm going to create a safe entry, the safest entry possible, by disassembling the wall of a building.
I have a
Fair
pry bar
enough.
too. I can help you on the other edge of the wall.
Alright.
So I assume we will head over to the next building.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the biggest building, or do you just want to start trying random buildings?
It was indicated that the, sorry, what's his name? Something?
Chiffon.
Chiffon's building was the big one at the back, so I would head straight there, assuming that that's where he would have died.
I'm gonna start putting X's through buildings that you guys have been to, and like so you've searched this one, nothing there. So
All right, the big one then.
So
you want to just tear down the wall, don't you?
Yes, that's our plan, yeah.
you've arrived at Chiffon's hut, and it looks much the same as the community house. At least it's not as big, but unlike the last one, you don't see any roof on this one. You just see the 4 walls standing.
Cool, that'll make it easier to take apart.
Yeah, I was gonna say easier.
I would like to cast Feat of Strength on Airy for this.
Wait, you can cast spells?
Oh my god.
Believe it or not. I'll at least pretend to. Let's see. So I'm gonna cast it.
Here's
All right.
It's gonna be 30 spell points.
Here's if we believe you're a wizard or not, Harry.
So you can direct yourselves down to wrong button. Down to here. Here's where Chiffon's hut is on our little full map. So you guys can place yourselves around it there, and where you want to be. The door is right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Well, then I don't want to be there. I'll be over here.
This is
the
the door right here.
Yeah,
Wait, which wall do we want to break down?
the opposite
This
end.
back one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could start working on different parts.
So there's several ways you can do it. If you can just mechanically, you can just like start taking apart planks, and that'll just take time. Or you can use this feat of strength and just try to like bash open the wall itself.
No, I think I'm just
Just
gonna
like
do it
Kool-Aid
mechanically.
Man it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to disturb. I want to like take one thing off, carefully watch, take another thing off, carefully watch. I want to do this methodically. I don't want to just bust it open and then have a bunch of spiders jump out at me. I want to be able to judge like if spiders do start coming out of the walls because we've disturbed the web or whatever. They're going to have a much smaller space if I take one board off and wait, and then another board off and wait, than if I just destroy a big old hole.
Okay.
All right,
So
so I guess
does that-
opting for not the Feat of Strength then.
Yeah, so that's what I was before you casted that. That's what I wanted you to know.
Well, I don't even know what Feat of Strength does.
Gives you 18 Strength.
Cool, that'll make me pry the boards off that much easier.
1 minute, it'll stay for 1 minute until you do add a thing. And then you get that bonus for that thing.
Cool.
And so what I'm saying is you wouldn't need the bonus for that to just mechanically pry off these boards.
Right.
You wouldn't need that bonus strength.
I don't know.
for
Can you hit me up with a feat of speed?
that.
Unfortunately, not.
Where's the Hastica at?
I can make your drink a little cooler.
Cool, thanks. I mean, I drank twice already, and you didn't do that.
You didn't ask.
Well, you haven't proven to be a wizard yet.
So it's like he's a portable frat wizard. Yo, you want that beer cool? I got you. Yo, you need that keg lifted? Feat of strength.
Yeah, it's on me. You want a cool prank, bro? Malodorous missile.
Ooh yeah. It's like poop dollar, but poop arrow. So you let's say you've got about a 5-foot section opened. And that reveals enough inside of it for me to show you the inside of the hut. So you've pried off enough boards and you're looking in, and all that remains inside is a pile of moldy timbers where once this was probably a grand hut, it now is just wood and thatching that are mixed with dirt and lichen, indicating that this pile of debris has probably been here for some time. You're not noticing a lot of spider webs, though, inside this room.
It seems perhaps this one was more secure than the other one.
Well, it probably helps there is no roof.
So Thalon is going to go ahead and walk around the building, and he's going to stay at this door. He's
Okay.
going to keep it closed. He's going to let everyone else go ahead and search around. He's just going to pop the door open if he hears anything.
I am
He's got his
going
crossbow loaded.
to take.
I mean, you can sit with the door open, too, and just watch what they're doing.
Yeah,
take
that too,
one
so.
of the planks that I've removed and just huck it into the room.
All right. So you huck it into the room, and it kind of like like crashes into some of the debris. Roll an observation check.
Cool, I've been succeeding at these all day.
Well, at least I can do one too.
There we go, par for the course.
You don't notice anything, Ari, but Thalon, when you see that thing smack into the wood, you see like several things move inside of the like there's just like in the general pile of debris, you see several shadows shift, scuttle, but not quite the same way that a spider might move.
Right. They'll say, "All right, don't step in just yet. I saw something move. It's from over in that pile right there. Keep an eye on it."
If you do your stink bomb thing, maybe they'll all run out. I don't know what your spell is.
Don't fret yourself about what it is. I'll worry about when the time comes.
I got excited. I started standing. I forgot what I was on camera.
I would suggest raising your shield now, Ari, and perhaps we could press forward.
Yeah, sure. I'll put the shield on, bringing out the sword. I was looking at my stuff, seeing, I can fill the air. Quick, I'll get the wheelbarrow and the 250 gallons of cider.
You really want to burn the cider?
No, well, we can't burn it because we're hoping that the trade log is here. That's the only reason I haven't pulled out a torch.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Shield in hand, sword, saber in hand.
Okay.
I'll take a step in.
I got my daggers out.
Yeah, the lodge just has his crossbow raised, just waiting to see what moves.
Yeah,
Nothing
grab my
really.
weapons up
Nothing
soon.
reacts. Nothing happens to you moving into this room.
I'm taking a quick, or not even quick, taking a slong. What are my words today?
Taking out my schlong. Wow.
Right, this is my new battle tag. I'll take a piss on the whole field.
Banned on Twitch 3 days.
Just taking a long look. I mean, if I'm just gonna stand here for as long as nothing is attacking me, and gaze around the room, do I see anything that looks like a trade log, or would be a container that would hold a trade log in it?
Yeah.
Or does Kara?
Yeah. Kara can be standing there behind you, looking into the room, and you roll.
Yeah, just moved up.
Probably not going to get better than Kara. What'd you say, Kara?
I just moved up to the doorway to look.
Or the opening that you guys have made. Kara's looking in. She also notices these things moving inside the kind of the darkness of the rubble pile. With your observation, you're not seeing any books laying out or like slightly uncovered. The only place that you don't see is you'd have to start searching through this pile of wood and thatch. That would be the only. If the log is here, that would be the only spot that it would be.
I hate to say it,
And
guys.
the only thing I saw was like the scuttle.
Yeah, you see these. You see the things moving. They're probably like maybe a foot and a half long. Like that's kind of the movement. And you see like small tails moving around.
So maybe what Yvonne will do is perhaps I could disturb the pile and push them out. I do have a long stick.
Kara, you think that maybe there's rats in here. That's what from your good look. That's what you think is probably inside this pile of rubble. It might be a rat's nest.
Okay, I'll tell him. Like, I don't think it's spiders. I think this is rats. Guys.
Can I do a listening?
Sure.
Well, I'd still prefer to scare them out so we can actually search through it.
You like every so often you can kind of hear the skittering of rats in the whole pile, but aside from that, you no longer hear anyone shouting in the village. Maybe you hear the faint, very faintly, you hear a body gnome titan drinking song echoing through the woods.
Yeah.
If only Connor hadn't drunk himself silly. He was, after all, the Beastmaster.
So I'll put my crossbow down, let it hang on my hip again. I'll pull up my staff, and I will start poking from this far distance, just the pile, and start disturbing it.
Okay, you start poking at and disturbing the rubble, and it's not much at first, but like once you start like poking things and start really shifting around the pile, then you get a reaction. You hear some angry skittering, and from the pile of rubble comes out 3 giant rats.
Rodents of unusual sizes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rodents of very unusual sizes. So 3, and you guys saw that they're here. And I mean, you didn't see exactly where they were. You were kind of planning this. So we'll say initiatives are going to be D6s.
This is the fastest I'll ever go.
Cool.
All right. So starting us off on second one, you're just kind of like you're poking at it. There's everyone on there. We got Kara, Thalon, Ari, Tubbs. Do you want to roll initiative?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. It should be
No
going.
worries. There
Yeah,
you
they just
go.
roll
You're on the
really
board.
well.
They just rolled real well. And on second 2, one of the rats, like on second, you're maybe about 2 seconds after you started poking all this rubble, this rat leaps out and starts scuttling at you, Thalon.
Well, I do have my staff already ready.
Yep.
He doesn't look like he's made it yet.
He has not made it yet. They're not.
This might take a few seconds of interaction. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. So
if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
this rat scuttles across the floor, coming at you. And on this second, it reaches you, and so the rat, maybe it even like crawls up your stack, and like tries to bite at you. You want to give me a defense roll?
Let's do it. So I am trained with defense in this, so this should actually turn out pretty okay.
Hopefully. Yeah,
16.
Sure enough. That's a 16. So this one leaps at you, and you kind of like maybe shake your.
I do like a broom sweep at it, and just like, nope, not falling for that one again, rat. I learned in my 20s about this.
And on second 4, the other one is also coming at you. So it skitters forward. Kara, you see this happen. You see these rats jumping for you, or jumping for Thalon.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump in here. I'm gonna go up and try to hit this guy.
All right.
I get a hit, right? Because I just moved into range.
Yep. So yeah, this one's like emerging out while you're standing on this rubble
Uh-oh.
into attack and defense, just because of the uneven footing. So just be aware of that. You don't care. It gets a 9, and so remember, you at this point it still is within. You're still poisoned, so
Right. Yeah.
you still have that -5, and so with the unstable ground, you have -6. But a 16 still hits a 9, so you land a blow. How much damage do you do? And then your near perfect attack will leave you +1 damage, so you got 7 damage, and then you have -4 from your poison, so 3 points of damage. As you slash that rat as it starts scurrying out of the rubble. So that'll be a melee delay for you then?
Yeah. Just to check, it's rubble all throughout here, or are there?
Yeah. So
some places where it's
on this diagonal, it's all filled with rubble. So
Okay. So,
if you're
but
standing,
if I were to move like here, or over here, it would.
yeah, up there, that would be fine. Down here still has rubble, but basically, if you're in the center of the room, on any of these square, here, 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 yeah, you're gonna have rubble.
I don't think I'm able to move again this turn. But
Yep,
next
not on
turn
this
if
second.
I'm there. Is it a? Sorry. Can I hit done to move on the next one, and then?
No, you'll still hit delay, but
Okay.
on the next second you can still move.
Okay.
This will just count as a tactical move. So on second 5, you make that tactical move, so you can do that move, and it's actually this other rat's turn. And it scurries still towards Thalon. And these things are small enough that they can have 2 to a space. So a second one attacks you as well, Thalon.
Okay. Well, I'm still defending here. I don't think I need to take any defensive options, so I'll just do a normal defense roll.
All right.
Ooh. Well,
Maybe that might have been needed. So I got a critical. So that penetrates with a D6. So I got a total to hit of a 23.
Mm-hmm.
And for damage, I did 6 points of damage.
Oof. Well, I do have my heavy robe, so that is -1. So that is 5. That actually, I think, might exceed my threshold of pain.
Well, if it doesn't, I do have to go through a critical result as well. So he criticals. He is a tiny creature, and you are medium, so he might not hit all the vital organs. Your defense roll is a 12. He did 6 points of damage, and your DR is 1. And this is a piercing weapon as he's biting you. And there it goes. So he like leaps up and bites you in the thigh for an additional 2d4 points of damage.
Oof.
For 6 more points of damage.
So that wound comes out to 11 total.
Yep.
I believe that means that I am down.
Well, so first you have to roll a threshold of pain.
All right. Which button are we pressing?
So there's no button for this one. You're just going to roll a d20, and your constitution is a 7, so you have to roll a 3 or lower.
Well, with the constitution, I rolled a 10 here.
Yep.
Plus or minus anything, I probably still fail.
It's just a flat roll. So you failed by 7. So that means you get bit in the thigh, and it's so painful that you're going to be out of combat for the next 35 seconds.
All right.
So until second 40, you're going to be just screaming in pain as this rat just like tears into your thigh, and the most pain you've probably ever felt. You're essentially helpless for that time. So if these ones want to attack you, they can attack you at half their weapon speed, as they can just start devouring you.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Unless someone is there to like distract them and pull them away from you. So that's something that's going to be going on. That's second 5. So now we're on second 6. And on second 6, but that's probably enough to alert Ari and Tubbs that, shit's going down. So you guys can reduce your initiative by 2 to a minimum of 6. So that'll reduce you down to a 6, Tubbs, and then Ari down to a 10. Yep. This rat is going after Kara since you stabbed it, and it attacks you with a 2. So surely you can defend yourself against this terrible rat. Oh, easily. And was that a nope? So remember, Kara, that if you do roll a natural 18, you'll get a near perfect attack as well because you're a thief. So that's just one thing to remember.
Right, cool.
This rat leaps at you, and you're able to just knock it aside, maybe even kick it to the ground. And it delays. It is now the turn order's turn to malfunction, and it is Tubbs' turn.
From where I'm at, can I get in the building or no?
You would have to step forward first to get into the opening, and then you could get into the building.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if the lines were like just one board was taken out or not.
Yeah, that in between those lines is what's been removed. You could try to just bowl through the wall. So you could try to do that, but that would require a feat of strength. At the moment, what you do is move up to here.
I heard the line make bad sounds, right? Yep, I'm going.
You're going to try to just bash through the wall?
Yeah, into like some sort of blue rush.
So you're going to roll a feat of strength, and there's actually a macro for that called FOS.
Okay.
You see that? So if you roll that, I'm going to roll for the wall. Now this is just wooden planks, and it's you've reduced some of the structural integrity by removing those sections, and this building has seen better days. So I'm going to roll and add 7, and you're going to just click that FOS button. Do you have that macro?
Would it be in their abilities and attributes,
So
or would that be
if you go to the top right of Roll20, there should be a button called Collections right next to the settings. And if you scroll down, there's one called FOS.
You mean by the ruler stuff, or?
No, at the very top right of your Roll20.
Right hand side, next to the left of the gear icon, looks like a playlist.
Yeah.
I see that. Yes.
And then, so if you go down to FOS, and then you probably want to click in bar.
Okay.
And so now that'll appear at the very bottom of your screen. So you click on your token, and then you click FOS, and that'll roll it for you.
Gotcha. Doing it right now.
That's cool. You made all those and put them in there.
Yeah, I made all those because this character sheet doesn't have all the buttons that we necessarily need, and so, but I can still reference a lot of the numbers you put in there.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
Nice job, man.
So, unfortunately, you're like, oh God, Thalon's in trouble, and you just run into the wall, and it some of the boards crack a little bit, but unfortunately, you just kind of bounce off. You forgot that your gut overhangs your shoulder a little bit, and so you ran with that first instead of your shoulder, and it just didn't work well. So I'll say that'll delay you for 2 seconds as you kind of bounce into the wall, and then you have to
guys,
take a second.
Following the code of chivalry is hard. To refrain from the wanton giving of offense, or to eschew unfairness, meanness, or deceit. So many things I always want to say.
You just bounce off the wall. All right. Next up is Tubbs. No one's noticed. You've just kind of bounced into the wall and you kind of look
It's
around.
probably certainly heard it, though.
They probably heard the ooh, oh,
Boom!
The wall like shook, and we're just
doing
like,
it again.
doing it again. All right. I got an 11 this time. It's a good chance. Oh yeah, so you bound into it. The first time it just cracks, and you were loosening it up, and the second time you bash through it, and it basically this wall just peels back from where you've already ruined it here, and it just peels to the right, and like boards shatter onto the ground, and now you've widened the hole from just there to being all the way right there. All right. And it is, so we'll say that's just a done action.
Okay.
And it is now Tubbs' turn.
All right. Okay.
You've bashed through the walls and you see what's happening. You see there's 2 rats crawling all over Thalon. One of them is fighting Kara.
I'm gonna go at the one at Kara because that's the one I can get to right now.
Okay.
Or can I run over to him or no?
Yeah, you could just avoid that one and just run and move as quickly as you can here. Unfortunately,
Yes,
run as a dwarf is not very fast, so you're just going to be able to move 1 square for now.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Then hit done.
Alrighty.
Second 10, Tubbs, you're up again.
Okay.
You're
I'm gonna go
hopping in
and
and
start
attacking these
attacking.
rats. Right. Distracting them from feasting on your elven friend.
Hey, we've been through worse.
Gosh, why am I so delicious? Ah!
Why did I rub barbecue sauce on myself this morning? So yeah, make your attack. Let's see if these. Ooh, this rat was just barely nimble enough. And so because defender wins ties, he will get his near perfect attack on the next second. As you flail at it, you're running there to get to Thalon as fast as you can. Maybe you stumble a little bit, and the rat takes advantage of that. So then hit your delay, or you delay for your weapon speed.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we're running out of time. So we'll have to figure out what happens when this rat attacks Tubbs next week.
Dun,
It's
dun,
time when rats attack.
Will Thalon survive? Who
Probably
knows? Will Connor ever confront his drinking problem? You know?
Yes, he will.
Beer's
hopefully,
good and stuff.
hopefully for
Beer.
hopefully for the sake of the group, yes. But
Awesome.
thank you all for watching. Thanks for playing. That was bummed out I didn't get to kill any of you, but you know I was close.
You're
That poison.
getting real
Yeah.
close. Those
Yeah.
critical hits.
Is
Those
there
critical hits, they're dangerous.
any experience gained?
Yes, there is experience gained. Let's see. You killed several big ol' spiders. You killed several big ol' wasps. And
Are we playing next Sunday? It's Easter. That's why. Only reason I'm asking.
that's a good question. Or I can play.
I'm here.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm
I can
always
play.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
With the corona, I think we can't do anything.
Right.
Depends on what stupid state you're in.
Right.
That's
Depends on
true.
who your governor wants to back.
Can I say something about this or
Nah, let's just keep it off for now.
okay?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's just get
So,
those numbers.
We can't
So-
level up though because we're like in the middle of things, right? So we have to
Exactly.
wait till we go back to town and everything.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Did
everyone
half
gets-
asleep Connor want to level up?
he's had revelations in his drunken state. You guys
I've trained
get
to be a drunken master.
58 experience points. there wasn't any story awards that you guys missed while we played so far. Aside from the fact that you haven't found the logbook, that would be a potential story reward, but you haven't found that yet. So that's why you haven't gotten that. But there hasn't been something like, that I should inform you about that you guys just had no idea about. So yeah,
Cool.
that's just experience from killing monsters.
Sweet.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
All right, you
All right,
too.
See you around.
Catch you guys
Bye,
later.
buddy.